Hello students, welcome to RD Chemistry. In this video, I am going to solve some exemplar problems from the NCERT textbook. Let us start now. Question number 1. On addition of concentrated sulfuric acid to a chloride salt, colorless fumes are evolved, but in case of iodide salt, violet fumes comes out. This is because now, for the iodide salt, let me take a sodium iodide. When sodium iodide is treated with the concentrated sulfuric acid, the salt gets acidified. We get the HI and sodium bisulfate. But the reaction will not stop here. HI reacts with the concentrated sulfuric acid. Remember, sulfuric acid is the oxidizing agent. Okay, therefore we have got H plus and I minus. So iodide will be oxidized to give I2 molecule, and the sulfuric acid then forms sulfur dioxide and water H2O. And this iodine that is formed is violet in color. Therefore we get violet fumes. Okay, so therefore the answer is option number C. HI getting oxidized to give I2 molecule, right? Question number 2. In the qualitative analysis, H2S is passed through the aqueous solution of salt acidified with the dilute HCl. And finally, we are supposed to find out what is the salt, okay, that will give the aqueous, okay, with the aqueous ammonia, it gives the blue color. Blue color has been mentioned here, okay. Now we want that salt. So if there is a copper 2 plus, it will combine with the sulfide from the H2S, gives a cuprous sulfide, okay, which is actually black in color. When this cuprous sulfide is treated with the dilute nitric acid, boiled with the dilute nitric acid, we get to copper nitrate, okay, and it forms a blue color, okay, on adding excess of the aqueous ammonia. Copper 2 plus, you know that should be blue in color, but when you add ammonia, it forms the complex CuNH3 altogether 4 times. So ammonia as the ligands here and form this complex, and this has a deep blue color. So therefore all the copper nitrate getting converted to the complex. Therefore the answer is option number B. B is the answer here. Clear? Right? Question number 3. In cyclotrimetaphosphoric acid molecule, how many single and double bonds are present? So if I write the formula for cyclotrimetaphosphoric acid is H3PO PO3 HPO3 thrice, okay, so it is a H3P3O9 times. So cyclic structure: phosphorus, oxygen, oxygen, phosphorus, phosphorus, oxygen. So it is a present alternatively both phosphorus and oxygen, right? So double bond O, oxo compound, it is oxo acids. So P double bond O, then we have got OH group. Then you have got OH group on the phosphorus atom. So if we count all these number of sigma bonds, so pi bonds are, how many double bonds are there? Double bonds are 3 number, right? Either A or C should be the answer. Count the number of single bond. How many single bonds are there? We'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 here. So the answer would be option number C, right? Third one is the answer. Clear? Question number 4. Which of the following can be involved in the p pi d pi bonding? That means p orbital should be there, d orbital should be there. Okay. Now phosphorus is the only one which contains 3d orbitals. Here nitrogen 2d orbitals are absent. When you write this structure, sorry, electron configuration 2d doesn't come, 2d doesn't come. Now here we have got 2d, sorry, 2d doesn't exist, 3d exists, because when you write electron configuration that comes, 3d comes. Okay. So while hybridization 3D can be involved, it can form the d pi p pi bond, right? So answer is option number C. Question number 5. Which of the following pairs of ions, isoelectronic and isostructure? Isostructure means same type of structure, same hybridization, isoelectronic, same number of electron. So let us take the first one. How do you calculate number of electron? Atomic number. Carbon atomic number is 6. Oxygen atomic number is 8 into 3 times, that is 24, right? 24. That makes 30. But minus 2 is there, right? Carbonate CO3 2 minus, to have 2 extra electron 32. Okay. Nitrogen atomic number is 7 and electrons on oxygen is 8 into 3, 24. That makes 31. But nitrate is minus 1 charge, so plus 1 you have to add 32. So it is isoelectronic. So when you draw the structure C double bond O and O, so I can write Lewis structure also like this. Okay. Or I can write the with the charges. So minus one charge, total charge is minus 2. So this is a sp2 hybridized here. Okay. So it has got trigonal planar shape. If we go for nitrate, nitrogen, double bond, single bond, and single bond. If I write these charges, minus 1, this nitrogen has got 4 bond plus 1 charge, and this oxygen is 0 charge. Okay, right? Yeah. So when you count the total charge will be minus 1, and this is similar to that of the sp2 hybridized. Okay. So the answer is option number A. First one is the answer. Question number 6. Affinity for hydrogen decreases in the group from fluorine to iodine. Which halogen has the highest bond enthalpy? Bond enthalpy highest for hydrogen and fluorine because both are smaller atoms and the atoms are tightly packed through the held to the by the covalent bond strong small attraction. Suppose you go down the halogen series, H is there and iodine is the largest size, so bond length increases, so it is a weaker bond, so lower bond enthalpy, so maximum for HF. Now first one is the answer. Clear? Question number 7. Bond dissociation enthalpies of the elements are given below. Which of the component has the strongest reducing agent? See here, this is the bond enthalpy between the two atoms, say element E and the hydrogen. So bond enthalpy is minimum for SbH3, correct? So SbH bond can be easily broken and that hydrogen can be easily available. Donation, if it donates hydrogen atom, it is called a reducing agent. Therefore, SbH3 is the strongest reducing agent here. Okay. Question number 8. On heating with the concentrated sodium hydroxide inert atmosphere carbon dioxide, white phosphorus gives a gas. Which of the following statement is incorrect about the gas? See, the white phosphorus is treated with the sodium hydroxide solution, concentrated solution in the presence of the carbon dioxide. We are not taking the atmospheric atmosphere as the um, atmospheric oxygen or nitrogen here. Atmosphere is not used, sorry, atmosphere is not used, open atmosphere not used for the reaction between the phosphorus and sodium hydroxide. You know that phosphorus can catch fire easily, that's why carbon dioxide used. Okay, so it will give pH3 phosphine gas, it gives, and sodium hypophosphite NaH2PO2 it will give. Okay, now the pH is formed pH3, it is similar to that of the ammonia NH3. Okay, so NH3 contain also lone pair of electrons. Option number A, to find out the incorrect statement, highly poisonous and smells like a rotten fish is correct statement. Solution in water decomposes in the presence of light is correct statement. More basic than ammonia and less basic ammonia, there are two options are given. Now, ammonia is more basic compared to pH3. Both contains lone pair. Nitrogen is small element and phosphorus is a large element. In both the cases, there are two electrons. Okay, lone pairs are there. So here, the small space, only two electrons are there. So electron density is more in case of ammonia. So therefore, ammonia is more basic than pH3. But they given pH3 is more basic, which is a wrong statement. Therefore, answer is option number C here. Okay, it's a wrong statement. So pH3 is a more basic. Okay, you had found out the incorrect statement. Clear? Which of the following acids form three series of salts? So, if you have got the structures here, phosphorus, first one, if I write P double bond O, then O, I can write H, and hydrogen, correct? Then BOH thrice, correct? BOH thrice it is. Then P double bond O, third one, OH, okay, OH and OH. Then we have got H3PO3, P double bond O, OH. Okay. Then we have got OH. Okay. And then we have got hydrogen here, H3PO3, correct? Now, there should be S3 hydrogen, like this OH. If there are three OH groups, so this can be easily replaced by the sodium ion. H plus can easily replaced by sodium ion. So it can form series of salt. So here, 1, 2, 3. So it can form O minus Na plus, first series. Second series, O minus H plus, Na plus, O minus Na plus. Three series of salts are possible. So not possible here, not possible here, not possible here. Correct? So left is the B option. This is a orthoboric acid, not a protonic acid. Protonic acid. Because this phosphorus is a, sorry, boron is a electron deficient here. Electron deficient. So it reacts with the, it can react with the water. When dissolved in water, it can form BOH4 times. So negative charge comes and you can write a H plus here. Okay. So it is a Lewis acid, not a protonic acid. So the answer is option number C. Clear? Question number 10. Strong reducing behavior of the He3PO2 is. If I write this structure P double bond O, there is one OH group and there are two pH groups. If there are pH groups, more and more pH groups are there, it can give H hydrogen atom easily and it is called as the reducing property of that compound. So the now here it is there are two OH, one OH group and there are two pH group. The answer should be option number C, right? Clear? The next question on heating lead nitrate. Lead plus 2, nitrate NO3 minus, so it becomes PbNO2, NO3 twice. On heating, it becomes a PbO, then becomes a nitrogen dioxide, then oxygen. If you balance it, you have to take 2 moles here and 2 moles here. So the oxide formed are three types of oxide: lead oxide, nitrogen dioxide, and oxygen gas. So the answer matching is we have got NO2 and PbO. Therefore, answer is option number B. Clear? Right? Question number 12. Which of the following does not show allotropy? Straightforward question. Answer is option number A. Nitrogen. Question number 13. Maximum covalency of nitrogen. That means around nitrogen, the maximum number of bonds possible are. So it can form, nitrogen can form maximum of 4 bonds. Okay, right? Which of the following statement is wrong? See the first one. Single nitrogen-nitrogen bond is stronger compared to single phosphorus-phosphorus bond, which is a wrong statement. A is the answer actually because nitrogen-nitrogen small atoms are very close to each other. Phosphorus little bigger in size and there's a longer bond length. Now here we have got the lone pair. So lone pairs are their inter-electron repulsion takes place. Bond length is getting elongated, so it forms a weaker bond. Okay. So in case of phosphorus, the lone pairs are little away from each other, less repulsion compared to that of the first case. So the answer is option number A. Question number 15. The brown ring formed in the ring test for nitrate ion. So straightforward question. This is the answer. So that is a FeH2O 5 times water is the ligand here. And here NO plus is also the ligand. Total charge is plus 2. Remember student, iron is in the plus 1 state and nitrosyl oxide is also in the nitric oxide. Nitrosyl is in the plus 1 state become. Okay. Right. So the answer is first one. Question number 16. Element of group 15 forms plus 5 oxidation state. Bismuth forms only one well characterized compound in the plus 5 state. The compound is directly from the textbook, NCERT textbook they are given. So the answer is option number B, right? Question number 17. On heating ammonium dichromate and barium azide, we get separately we get what? Ammonium dichromate, ammonium NH4, dichromate Cr2O7, 2 minus interchange the valencies. So on heating this one you get nitrogen gas, chromium oxide and water H2O. Okay, right. So nitrogen gas is obtained, right? Next one. We have got azide. So they are mentioned barium azide, barium 2 plus azide is it is N3 minus 1. So if I write barium N3 twice on heating this one, we'll get barium metal, and we get nitrogen gas. So both the cases nitrogen gas liberated. So the answer is option number A. Clear? Question number 18. The preparation nitric acid, we get nitric oxide by the catalytic oxidation ammonia. The moles of NO produced by the oxidation 2 moles ammonia. So let me write down the equation of the textbook directly. Ammonia getting oxidized to give nitric oxide and water H2O. Okay, nitrogen becomes nitric oxide, hydrogen becomes water. So the ratio given in the textbook is 4:5 and 4:6, that you have to remember. So now we have to start with the 2 moles of the ammonia. Suppose I take this one 2 moles ammonia, 2 moles of ammonia, then how many moles of NO is produced? We get 2 moles of the NO itself. So the answer is option number A. Yeah, right? Question number 19. The oxidation state of central atom in the anion of the compound is. So they are given NaH2PO2. This is the oxoacid of phosphorus. Now it has formed the sodium salt. So central atom is the phosphorus. Therefore 1 for sodium, plus 1 for sodium, and plus 2 for hydrogen. And that is the, let the X be the oxidation state of the phosphorus, and plus 2 into minus 2 for the oxygen is equal to 0. So this is equal to 3 plus x minus 4 is equal to 0. X is equal to plus 1 state. Therefore, answer is option number C. Clear? Question number 20. Which of the following is not tetrahedral in shape? Ammonium. It has got tetrahedral shape. Okay, tetrahedral shape. Silicon tetrachloride, just like carbon tetrachloride, it has got the tetrahedral shape. Okay, tetrahedral shape. Sulfate, let me take a sulfate, S double bond, 1, 2, 3, 4, double bond, single bond, minus 1, minus 1. So it was SO4, 2 minus. And SO4 is sulfur attached the fluorine and fluorine and fluorine and fluorine like this. And there is one lone pair of electron. Okay, lone pair of electron. So this is a geometry. If this is a geometry, it should be sp3 dehybridization trigonal bipyramidal. Okay, geometry. I'm speaking of the geometry. Let me rotate this one. Sulfur, fluorine and fluorine. Then fluorine and fluorine. One lone pair above it. Okay. So forget about the lone pair for the shape. So actually it has got the seesaw shape. Seesaw shape. Okay. So geometry based on the hybridization, and the shape is without the lone pair, involving only the sigma or the pi bonds. Okay. So the answer is option number C. Clear? Question number 21. Which of the following are peroxacids or the sulfur? Perox means oxygen, oxygen, single bond, like they should be there. Like hydrogen peroxide, H2O2, we have got HOOH. This is hydrogen peroxide. So if I take the first option, it is a H2SO5. So the structure will be HO, S double bond O, double bond O, OOH. If I go for one more, H2S2OH from the same option, this would be OH, S double bond O, S double bond O, S double bond O, and H. So the answer is option number A, right? Question number 22. Hot concentrated sulfuric acid act as a moderately strong oxidizing agent, oxidize both metals and non-metals. Which of the following is oxidized by the sulfuric acid into two gaseous products? Okay. Now here copper will give copper sulfate plus sulfur dioxide, and here we'll get sulfur getting oxidized to give sulfur dioxide itself, and sulfuric acid also converted to sulfur dioxide. Here in this case, carbon becomes carbon dioxide getting oxidized, and sulfur dioxide will be, sorry, sulfuric acid becomes sulfur dioxide. In case of zinc, zinc sulfate can be formed and the sulfur dioxide. Therefore, here option number C has got two gases, carbon dioxide and the sulfur dioxide, right? So C is the answer. Okay, C is the answer. Question number 23. Black colored manganese reacts with the halogen acid to form greenish yellow gas. So greenish yellow gas from the halogen acid is a chlorine gas actually. That means this should be HCl. And there is one reaction in our textbook, okay, manganese compound MnO2, okay. So MnO2 oxide the agent, oxides the hydrogen chloride to the chlorine gas, greenish yellow, and you get a manganese chloride plus water H2O, okay, right. Now, excess of this gas, So if I take chlorine as the excess of the gas reacts with the next compound ammonia, NH3. So it actually forms the NCl3 and the HCl. So we get unstable trihalide. This is unstable trihalide actually, correct? So from NH3 it has become NCl3, correct? So question is you have to calculate the oxidation number. Oxidation state of the nitrogen ammonia is a -3. In case of NCl3, nitrogen has got a +3 state. Therefore answer is option number A, right? Question number 24. Preparation of the xenon compound. Bartlett had taken O2PTF6 as a base compound. This is because, and he prepared actually XePTF6 compound, first noble gas compound. This straight question from the textbook. Answer is option number 3. Both O2 and xenon will have the same ionization enthalpy. C is the answer. Question number 25. In the solid state of PCl5, okay, and they give an option solid compound, solid state, octahedral structure, all those things are here. Actual answer is it is option number D. So it is a PTCl4 plus and PTCl6 minus. One is the tetrahedral, other one is the octahedral. Option number C. This is a fact actually. Okay, right? Yes. If you're watching for the first time, please do subscribe, share, and like this video. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.